Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Sean here, followed by James and Axel, and a special guest today, Matthew. And today's video, we've got something interesting for you. We're going to be doing our locations in an anime we want to live. So we get one location we want to live, and we also get one location we don't want to live. Now bearing in mind, all the world effects stay the same. So if there's monsters in this anime, when you live there, monsters will live there. So the whole world effect stays the same. So I'm going to kick today's video off with my location I want to live, which is Domino City from Yu-Gi-Oh! My reason, I love to duel. I get to duel all the time. I'll get to hopefully wreck Yugi's ass in dueling. And
You
then
want to wreck
hopefully beat
Yugi's ass?
Well.
Yeah. for the wins. But no, I'd live there just because it's very convenient for me. I get to duel and I get to earn money while dueling. So, it's a win-win because it's easy wins.
Sean, you have to win duels to actually earn money, you know.
Ooh! Get a good scrub.
And Matthew, in that world, you'd have to use other strategies other than using just back row, like you.
Oh, that's okay. You'd have to use something other than OP Dragoon. Although you couldn't live without Dragoon, so it's fine.
Anyway, that's my location I want to live. And now on to James's.
Yeah, for me, it would actually be Tengu City from Data Live. One reason and one reason only, because then Kurumi is real. Yes, I'm a Kurumi fanboy. Deal with it. And when you find the real one, she makes clones of herself, and then you can have orgies. And it's technically not cheating because it's all the same person.
I'm very worried for our friendship right now.
He isn't wrong though.
No, that's the thing, he isn't. But yeah.
You're automatically assuming that you're going to be Shido in that world. You never know. You could be a spirit, and Shido has to romance you.
Well, if I was a spirit, I'd be a girl for a start.
Well, no.
Well, actually, I suppose in that
spirit.
case, I'd have... Well, no, because all the spirits are girls, so I suppose in that case, I'd have my own boobs to play with.
Also, your fingers would look like you've kept them in water for a long period of time. You know when you
For God's sake.
Plus, you're also assuming that Kurumi won't actually just shoot you on sight.
Well, that's true. That's true.
And then rewind time just to do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Well, she could.
James would not
Be a waste.
complain at her rewinding time to do it over and over and over again.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not going to deny that.
Right,
Yeah.
mine. I think you're all gonna know what I'm gonna choose anyway. I don't think I needed to hide it, to be honest. But you know, it'll be Melremark from Rise of the Shield Hero,
Okay.
because I have the chance to be an adventurer in that world, and learn magics. Yes, it's a pain in the backside for the people who live there. They actually have to read books. I'm going to read that language, which looks like Norse mythology crap. But other than that, spells, swords. That's just me. I love that crap.
By the
You
way,
just
you
want-
are aware that Melremark is a matriarchy.
I know there's
You
other
just-
worlds to it as well, but we haven't. The thing is, I know there are other kingdoms in that world, but like I said,
No, what I'm saying is if you were mainly Melremark, you do realise that basically women have privilege there, right? Because it's a matriarchy. Although on the bright side, I suppose if you wanted a partner, you wouldn't have to do the asking; they'd do it for you. I
exactly.
suppose that'd be
I
an
just become a
upside.
really powerful adventurer, then people's like, I want to be with him.
You just want to meet mine.
No,
actually,
he wa-
Go on.
No, he wants to meet the Queen Milf.
Oh, yes.
Just putting that out there.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Come on, I know Raftali is a cutie, but I still think, the Queen. Off.
You
That
just
is a
want to
fine
meet
woman.
Philo in bird form.
Sean, just because you're into that kind of stuff doesn't mean I am.
Sean, what are you trying to say?
You
Is there
just on
something we
about
should know?
Raftalia. You've
Yeah,
got a
right.
thing for furries.
Right, Raftalia is actually demi-human, which is part human, part furry, right? Philo is full-on furry because she literally just uses her disguising abilities to turn human.
Or would it be feathery because she doesn't really have fur? She has feathers.
Fluffy then, fluffy, okay.
Fluffy.
Or Melty hides in them feathers overnight just to sleep. So it's
Well,
not-
that's true.
yeah.
I mean, technically
Just
speaking,
casually
though,
giving away Shield Hero spoilers.
Philo has the body of a 14-year-old, but she's technically 6 months. Just put that out there.
Well, you can say that about Raphtalia then. She has the body of a 12. She has the mind. Well, I say she has the
Mind
mind
of
of a
body.
12-year-old. When she meets the Shield Hero, she's actually around 12, 13 years old. But because of the demi-human race, when they level up, they age faster to their prime. So she's actually roughly around 18 years old.
Physically.
But as well, she actually matures quite fast as well for her age.
Yeah,
So-
but as you say, it's because it's how they level up.
Yeah, well, it's how their anatomy works. If they level up, their body goes with it.
Yeah.
Plus, if you think
So-
about it, that's quite good because that means a demi-human can stay in their prime a lot longer.
Yeah.
Because you don't
Oh,
hear
yeah.
about them aging after they've leveled up. Once they level up enough, they reach their prime and they stay there.
I'm sure there would be some sort of aging in process, otherwise they'd be like pretty much biologically immortal.
They probably are. They probably still have the same biological clock, like, if they're meant to live like 90 years, but they managed to level up within the first 4 years to like their prime. That means they can live on for 90 years. They just start aging from a certain time from the prime. So, like, say you started from your prime was like 35, 40-year-old, you'd start going downhill from there.
Yeah.
So she'd have plenty of time to beat up a lot of monsters, which being level 74, I believe, by the time she gets to the second wave. Roughly, I think that's what level she was. I'll have to look that up a bit because I need to make sure I got my fact right. But yeah, that's mine.
Fair play.
And now, I think it's on to Axel's pick.
It is. And I don't think mine's going to surprise anyone.
No, we probably heard it.
Almost certainly. It's going to be Aincrad from Sword Art Online.
Called it.
I mean,
I'm
Yes,
absolutely
there's-
shocked.
yes, there's monsters and all that, but have you seen the place? It's beautiful.
I played
It
the
is
mobile game for it. I can't remember what the name of it is, but the amount of detail that went into the world on the anime and on that game, wow.
Well, I mean, you have 100 floors, each floor being different. So you have plenty of choice of what environment you want to live in.
And if you think about it, you're immortal.
Mm.
Until you're actually killed by a weapon.
Yes.
Although,
And then,
although if you're keeping it consistent as it is in the anime, that means when you die in the game, you die in real life.
oh yeah,
Yeah, but think about
Uh,
it. What is it? If you, well, actually no, because the season 3 or 4 wasn't actually a thing then, so they wouldn't have the whole speed up thing. But anyway,
and you also get to use awesome swords. I mean, what's not to like?
Do you like sword play?
Oh yeah.
The bigger the better.
he likes it when the sword tips touch.
wait,
Oh, God.
in what was it? Aincrad? Did they have bows? I can't remember.
Yes.
Oh,
There
they
was
did have
archers.
a long range advantage. Then that's not too bad.
Yes.
I always thought it's a bit crap because you saw Igil use a two-handed axe. I saw Asuna using her rapier. Kirito using his 2 swords. Is it Kain using a samurai sword?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you've got everyone else using a sword and shield or a mace, or in the short chick's name with a dragon,
Yeah.
she used a dagger. So it's like, oh great, so they literally got to run up to an enemy, go stab, 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 run away.
In fairness, I think the only time you see a bow is when Sinon actually moves over to it, and she gets one of the legendary weapons, which happens to be a bow.
Yeah, but don't forget that's also part of Aincrad.
Yes, it is.
Not Aincrad, Alfheim.
Yes.
So during that time, new things were coming out. That's why the levels were released slowly.
This is
Because
true.
Yeah, because if you remember, Kirito and Asuna had to wait until level 23 was unlocked till they get their house back.
Yes.
And it wasn't, but I don't think it was because they had to beat the bosses. They had to wait for the data to be recovered or something like that.
Yes. Yes.
So really, before that, do we see any bows in the first season?
I'm not sure. You see spears, that's for sure, which obviously can be
Oh.
thrown.
Yeah, well, it depends if that's their ability. So,
Um,
I mean, see, I've got quite a long-reaching weapons, but I don't think you actually get, like long-ranged attacks because in season 1, first episode, they do kind of say it's a bold move to make an RPG with no magic.
yes.
So thinking about it, they literally, if no one does use a bow, all they've had to do for the boss monsters is run in, stab, 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 run away.
Yes. It's still cool though. I'd still live there.
Why did I get a Dark Souls vibe from this?
Oh god.
Sorry, I'm putting both.
I
I'm
can see
putting
that.
two different things together here, but it is basically the same thing. It's
It is.
hard as crap to beat a boss. Well, I mean, in Dark Souls, I think it's hard as crap to beat a normal monster, isn't it?
It can
You
be.
struggle to beat it. Oh,
It's what?
nothing. The
You
saying,
said something about bow, I didn't catch it.
no, he'd struggle to beat a Karibo.
Who would?
You,
Why would I?
I don't know.
You're
He
Mr.
beat more
Reliant
Karibos
again.
than you.
Exactly.
I don't think there's a Yu-Gi-Oh card called Paper Bag, is there, for Sean?
No.
No, I mean there's treasure map.
There's also golden bamboo sword, something like that.
Broken bamboo sword.
Isn't there a
Right,
golden version of that?
Anyway, we're getting
There is as
sidetracked.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we are.
anyway, I think we're now on to locations not to live. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, so I'll start off with this one. Location I don't want to live is any of the cities in the fictional Japan version of One Punch Man. So like City Z, City X, any of them definitely would not live. They
Why?
always
'Cause
get
they don't
attacked
level.
by... Yeah, they always get absolutely demolished. I mean, One Punch Man destroyed a flipping meteor, shattered it, and it still destroyed the city. Just not as drastically as it would have done if it was still a full meteor, but he still destroyed half the flicking city. I wouldn't live there. You know, I'd be there playing on my PlayStation. Next thing you know, just a rock launches through the window and just disturbs me while I'm halfway through a game. Like, no.
Really.
I didn't know you got a PlayStation in that world, huh?
Just man has his priorities. All right. What's to say I'm not there flipping just cooking, and next thing you know, a rock lands in my soup. Just,
Don't
no.
you mean burning?
No. You say all this and really you'll be doing a One Punch Man, desperately trying and failing to catch that mosquito.
Yeah. Doing 100 push-ups, 1 sit-ups a day.
1 sit-ups.
Haha.
That is what you said.
Yeah.
You said
It's
one
like-
sit-ups.
It's like
100
It's like
100 sit-ups a day. Yes.
It's like- what is it? I get the feeling Sean's like this. 1. That's it for another year.
I can't do push-ups properly. My nose gets in the way.
I said sit up.
You said it, not us.
Well, you know, can't beat them, join them.
That's right. You can't beat me. You've never won a proper game of Yu-Gi-Oh.
But no. Also, the fact that you're gonna be paranoid walking about in those streets because you never know when a villain dressed up as a hot dog could come out and attack you. You know, that's the crazy quirkiness that would happen. You know, a villain that is a mutated hot dog that wants to steal your bread. Just no.
Well, and you have a
I
heart
like-
attack 'cause it's Dolly bread.
Man likes his Warburtons. You don't steal a man's Warburton.
Oh god.
Anyway, that's me. Yeah, definitely don't want to live in any of the cities from One Punch Man. No matter how safe some of them can be, definitely would not live there. gets a 1 star from me.
I didn't realise you were leaving reviews of these places.
No, no, did I?
Well, if it's on TripAdvisor, definitely a 1 star.
I'd laugh
Anyway.
now if someone just sets up an account for it on TripAdvisor just for the long.
City X on TripAdvisor.
Yeah.
No, I think it's on to you as well now, James. For your place, not
Yeah, for the one I would choose not to live in, I'll be honest, I'd be surprised if any of you guess this one, because I think I'm the only one who's actually seen this anime, and that's Hinamizawa, which is the little fictional town where Higurashi no Naku Koroni is set.
Oh, when they cry.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, it is relatively picturesque because it's quite rural, but the reason would not want to live there is Hinamizawa syndrome, which is basically what causes them all to go crazy. It's generally triggered when they go through significant psychological or physiological stress, and then they start becoming really anxious, paranoid, accompanied by delusions, and then they start committing seemingly unprovoked violent acts such as suicide and murder. And that's why in that anime, at some point or another, when they each suffer it, they'll go absolutely crazy. And it's always in the same group of friends. It'd be like us all being there, then one of us getting it, and then they just go on like a murdering spree.
Oh, it's okay. We'll just stop at Sean anyway. Don't fight his way out of a wet paper.
Ruthless.
I'm not sorry if I stab you with.
Stab me with what, your nose?
Ah.
His murderer name would be Woody the Woodpecker.
But yeah, also the fact that it's quite remote doesn't help as well, because it's also like a rural place. It's like it'd be hard to get help anyway. I'm not going to go into too much more on it because I know you guys have not seen that series, and I know at least one of you is interested in watching it.
I wonder who.
Funny thing is, there's actually been a remake of it this year as well.
Oh.
I think it's meant to be a remake. I think it's meant to be like a reboot of the first season, I think. Because with the original one, which is the one I've seen all the way through, it's weird. It seems weird and confusing, but once you get so far into the second season, it makes sense. Basically, if you've got a bit of patience, definitely watch it.
Have a little patience.
But I think that's it for mine. And I believe it is Matthew next.
Yes.
Well, mine is from the anime Bleach, and it's the Hollow World, or Hueco Mundo. For the pure fact of it is literally a land of death and destruction. Everything is trying to kill everything else. Not only do you have to worry about the normal hollows, you have to worry about the Gillions, and then you have to worry about everything higher than that. And if the Gillions don't scare you, everything else will.
Sounds like my sort of place to live.
Sean, it's basically a land of sand and death. There is nothing living there. The only place that has any remote life is the place where the character, I forgot what his name is because I haven't watched it in a while, Aizen makes. He makes a dome with a world inside of it, where it has its own moon and its own sky and everything.
So it's like a deadly desert.
It is basically the deadly desert. It has, if I remember right, it has 2 levels. You have the Gillion Woods, which the only way to get into the Gillion Woods is if you're a Gillion. They're basically a cluster of different hollows that have fused together trying to eat themselves, which is really weird. But the only way to get from there to the desert is for one of those hollows to become powerful enough to overtake the rest of the mines and absorb their power. And then when they emerge into the from the sand, because it's literally trees where the Gillions is, and then on top of that, it looks like tree leaves, but it's not. It's just a layer of sand. They crawl out with their own, like, I'm going to say special abilities because each one of them is different. It depends on the person's spirit or soul.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Basically, in Bleach, each person's soul is their own power, right? So a Soul Reaper, like Ichigo, he had a sword that was twice the length of his body and about half the width, but he was overflowing with spiritual oppression. Even for a newbie, he had a lot of power. He just had no idea how to control it. But
Right.
then there's a character like, I believe his name was Grimjar Jack. Yes, that is a mouthful. When he emerged from the Gillion Woods, he was basically a white tiger. So his strengths were speed and power.
Oh.
And he, when I mean he wants to hunt, when he releases his hollow form, he literally just wants to hunt.
Fair enough.
So, but anyway, if you want to watch it, I'd say it is a good anime. It's a bit long-winded, and at the end there is quite a lot of fillers, which they really did not need. But either way, that's basically the place I wouldn't want to live because it's just a desolate wasteland.
Fair
I
dues,
think
fair
now
dues.
we're getting a bit sidetracked, so now I think it's Axel's turn.
It is. And the place I wouldn't want to live is Paradise Island from Attack on Titan.
I saw this one coming.
We all knew that one.
Of course, this one was coming.
If I'm honest, I think I wish I chose that one.
I
To be fair, I knew Axel would pick this one. That's why I purposely not chose it.
mine were obvious because everyone knows my two favourite animes, but you know.
Well, this is true.
But no,
I mean, you guys probably pick mine out as well. No remark, Shield Hero, Hollow World, Bleach.
I
Yeah,
mean,
true.
flying around with massive swords to kill things pretty cool. But the big things eating you, not so cool.
Didn't you say it was Paradise Island? Are there any trees or
Perfection
anything you can grab hold
amount.
of?
What?
On Paradise, you said it's Paradise Island. To me, Paradise Island sounds like a sandy thing with a big palm tree in the middle, and that's it.
No, Paradise Island is the name of the island the main characters live.
Oh, so it's actually where the three walls are based.
Yes, that is Paradise
Yeah.
Island.
This is probably
Yeah,
why I should watch
very,
this.
very. It's a very ironic name because it's absolutely not paradise at all.
Yes, definitely not.
Well, it is Paradise until that Titan show up.
But
Well,
no,
I
so
mean-
so when you say Paradise Island, do you think of like a sunny beach where you're just gonna lay and sip cocktails all day?
Yes, but no, it's quite the opposite. I mean, living in the city itself maybe not be that bad especially in the rural areas in what's the walls called now? Is there Rose?
Rose,
Rose,
Maria.
Maria. Yeah,
Yeah. So inside the
there's
first
one
wall,
other in there.
where there's loads of countryside, would probably be quite nice until you got eaten.
I mean, the
I think
walls were a
it-
good idea, but I still don't like the snobs in the centre.
Well, it does get explained much better why the walls are there in seasons 3, and then the current season's explaining it a lot as well.
Oh no, I knew why the walls are built and what where the walls are, what the this, that, and the other. I'm just saying, I just don't see the fact that why the rich should be in the middle, laughing it up about, oh yeah, we haven't got enough food to sustain everyone here. I'm not being funny. You've got two other walls, both have been breached, and everyone's shit scared they're going to be eaten by these titans.
In the current season, they've no longer been breached. They sealed them.
Because they sealed the last one. They sealed the one to
Shiganshina district.
Yeah. But either way, think about it though. When it was happening over those years, what were the people in the inner circle going about? Oh, we've not got enough food to sustain us.
Yes.
Sorry, you're sat in a nice warm home while there are people out in the freezing cold, and then you've got people trying to fight these big ass monsters off that are going to destroy you.
In fairness, they do now have two big monsters of their own, but that's besides the point.
Well, that's true. One of them's colossal.
Yes.
So many problems.
Wait, Colossal? Oh yeah, Colossal, because Armin took it on, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Armin got him.
I need to rewatch season 3 before I watch season 4. I remember everything about Bleach. I remember everything about Shield Hero, but I cannot remember Attack on Titan.
The start of season 4, I think it's 4 episodes out so far, is on point. They're doing really well with it.
Oh, that's good.
Like, I'm enjoying
Have they
it.
started dubbing yet?
What?
Have they started dubbing season 4?
Yeah, there's... 1 minute. Yeah, the first, 4 episodes are out.
Oh, that's fine. I'll
It's
give that a watch or something.
Yeah, it's the last season, isn't it?
Oh yeah, there's isn't there like four books or something like
Something like that. But they've got a couple of arcs left to do, so there's probably going to be around 32 episodes in this last season. People are thinking.
that? Wait, by the end of
Really?
season 3, couldn't
Yes.
Eren turn in? Not Eren, is it Eren? The guy who became the Titan that has the control power.
He can only control Titans if he is in contact with someone with royal blood.
Right. So what is it? But he also has the ability to turn his skin to diamond, doesn't he?
All Titans have that power. They just have to learn how to control it.
Ah, fair enough then. So isn't that how they sealed the walls?
Yes.
I remember right. Yeah, well, it was.
Well, no, they used the big boulder, didn't they, to seal the main wall?
Yeah, but then they needed a way to seal the other one, so they ended
Yes.
up using his Titan form to crystallize and seal it that way.
Yes.
Fair enough. I thought when I saw the female Titan, I thought, oh, right, that must be her, because obviously you've got the Colossal and the Armored. They've got their own versions of those abilities.
Well, obviously the armored Titan basically has the armor constantly.
Yeah.
Um,
The Colossal Titan just has the overwhelming force behind him.
Yes. And he can produce steam, which is burnt scalding hot.
Yeah, but it's a pain in the neck to keep the form, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it would.
Anyway, yeah, that's my place I'd least like to live.
Can see why.
Not bad. I mean, we all have some very interesting locations to live and some very interesting ones to avoid. But I think that's the end of this one.
If you've enjoyed the
Uh,
video, leave us a like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
And see ya.
In
See
a
you
bit.
guys.